the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, is saying that he's actually proud to have the largest Somali community in the country, and his police chief.
Well, then he's a fool.
Well, his police chief is also saying
I wouldn't be proud to have the largest Somalian. Look at their nation. Look how bad their nation is. It's not even a nation. It's just people walking around killing each other. Look, these Somalians have taken billions of dollars out of our country. They've taken billions and billions of dollars. They have a representative, Ilhan Omar, who they say married her brother. That's a fraud. She tries to deny it now, but you can't really deny it because, it just happened. She shouldn't be allowed to be a congresswoman, and I'm sure people are looking at that.
Welcome back, and thanks for choosing to hang out with your host, the Conservative Bird, and me, Double D. And you're on the Brick Road Podcast.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. We got our special guest with us, too, also to the right of me, Lola. Say hello, everybody, Lola.
Hey, Lola.
So we got some crazy stuff going on in the news right now. And Trump seems like he's fed up with all the bull stuff that's going on. I just want to say bull stuff because I don't want to get us, struck right away. So we're just going to keep it at that for the beginning. And then later on, we'll move into other words. Trump seems like
for sure
he is getting sick and tired of people coming to this country, disrespecting this country, and thinking that they could just stay here and that's fine. Like, no, we're done with this shit. If you want to come here, do things like send money back to other countries by the billions. All the laundering that they've been doing, and the fact that they're trying to literally take over Minnesota. Like, dude, we're sick of it. We're done with it.
Well, I got to be honest. I think they've already taken over Minneapolis. They got that one, dude. It belongs to them now.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate, but it does belong to the Somalians. And at this point, dude, I mean, they've taken it over. Now, I got to be honest. Also, if they're going to be going in there and removing all the illegal ones, that is definitely going to deplete the population a little bit.
Oh yeah, a lot.
There's a lot of Somalian citizens, Somalian Americans who are American citizens now. And some of them are even in their second generation. So,
yeah, hey, we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, so, I'm kind of curious. I knew the president had something to say about it.
Yeah, so I just don't understand why you would come to a country and instead of assimilating and adapting to the ways of the country that you're coming to because you literally just fled a country, why would you want to live the same way you lived in the country that you fled? Isn't that the reason you fled from that country, to get away from it? I just don't understand it.
Well, is that the reason they left, or is the reason maybe a little more diabolical than that? Maybe it's about converting the West to Islam. We have to consider that now. And I've also noticed, and Glenn Beck was talking about this on the show this morning, on his show, he was talking about the relationship between the socialists, the communists, and the Islamic relationship that has been taking place. And he brought up 1978 and 1979 over in Iran when they overthrew and reinstated the Ayatollah Khomeini. They were actually able to do that with the help of the socialists, apparently.
Really?
I was just a kid. I was like 9 or 10 years old. But the socialists were the ones who, in Iran, of course, these are Iranian socialists.
Yes.
They were the ones who basically teamed up with the Islamic jihadists, I guess you could call them. Let's call them what they are. Mm-hmm. Why not? They were Islamic jihadists. They wanted the Ayatollah Khomeini in there. They overthrew the government, and they did that. Well, you want to know what their first direction of order was after they did that, after they overthrew the government, which was a democratic nation at the time until that? You know what they replaced it with? You know what they did with the socialists?
What?
30,000 of them. They rounded them up and murdered all of them.
That's sad.
So the when you have Islam teaming up with anybody else, you can be assured that after they succeed their original mission, they're going after that other group.
Crazy.
Now, is that what's happening in Minnesota? I mean, it very well could be. They could be trying to take. I mean, what's going on in southern Texas? The Islams are trying to take over areas down there. Greg Abbott had to sign into law to make Sharia law illegal and against their constitution for the state.
It's crazy.
Think about that. So what's really going on is my thing. Is this really about leaving someplace bad and finding a better life? Because I just sent a picture over to you. Did you get it?
I'm not sure.
On your phone?
I didn't look at my phone.
Well, I sent a picture over there of a statistic, which you might want to put up, but when you get a chance, you'll see that the Afghans and the Somalis are in the first top two for populations in America for accepting government assistance. This whole thing that they're contributing is BS. It's not true.
Yeah,
they're not contributing anything. They're just taking. Take, and take.
Yeah.
Now, 42% is a high number, man. That's a high number.
You're talking
42% of their population that came here is collecting government assistance.
That's not what that means exactly. That's not 42% of their population. That's 42% of altogether, I think. No, okay, yeah, you're right.
No. It's per population.
Okay.
I think it's.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it says
That's
it right
still
in the
insane.
title.
That's still insane.
That's crazy insane, dude. That means 4.2 people out of every 10 that they brought here were paying for it as taxpayers. And that should be getting Americans angry, if you ask me.
I think when Trump was talking about the 80% thing, I think he meant in that specific area of the Somalians.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Right? So
that's a national statistic that I sent you.
So that's crazy. So Trump's fed up, and I want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, I think you should let that clip roll, Bird.
And when I see somebody like Ilhan Omar, who I don't know at all, but I always watch her for years. I've watched her complain about our Constitution, how she's being treated badly. Our Constitution, the United States of America, is a bad place. Hates everybody, hates Jewish people, hates everybody. And I think she's an incompetent person. She's a real terrible person. But when I watch what is happening in Minnesota, the land of 1,000 lakes, or however many lakes they have, they got a lot of lakes. But this beautiful
they do have
place,
a lot of lakes.
And I see these people ripping it off. And now I'm understanding, and you're going to look at that, Scott. I hear they ripped off Somalians, ripped off that state for billions of dollars, billions, every year, billions of dollars.
So not only are they coming here and we're taking care of them through EBT, at least half of them, right? Or close to half of them.
4 out of 10.
Yeah, 42%, which is very close to half. It's closer to half than it is not half.
Exactly. That was my point.
And that's the whole point, that it's closer to half. Not only doing that, but they're going to Minnesota and robbing our country of billions of dollars each year for who knows how long they've been doing it, shipping the money back to places like Somalia and Africa and stuff, and just completely robbing us, dude. And like they're getting away with it.
Do you know who some of that money has been funding?
Oh, terrorism.
Al-Shabaab.
Yeah, terrorism.
Al-Shabaab, dude, a terrorist organization, basically a bunch of Somalian pirates. Al-Shabaab. That's who they've been, dude. They're getting some of our taxpayer money to literally hate us and destroy our country.
It's sad, dude. It's just sad.
And they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%.
Right.
It's true.
They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you.
I don't either.
Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't
cares?
care. I don't want them in our...
Hey, listen, if anybody hasn't been paying attention to Trump since before even 2016, he'll say some political stuff, but he is not politically correct.
Exactly. He's definitely not. He's definitely not politically
That's the
correct.
thing I love about him.
That's the reason I voted for him in 2020 and 2024.
Same.
So I wasn't sure about him in 2016, but by 2020, I had no doubts whatsoever what he was capable of, the leadership he was capable of.
Right.
He's going to go down as the greatest president in my lifetime, as far as I'm concerned.
Without a doubt.
Their country's no good for a reason.
Yep.
Their country stinks, and
He's
we
right.
don't want them in our
Very
country.
true.
I could say that
We
about
don't.
other countries too. I can say it about other countries too. We don't want them there.
I
We
say it
gotta-
about every
we
country.
have
I
to
don't want
rebuild
any
our
of them. I
country.
don't care where they're
You know,
coming
our
from.
country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying it. We could go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country.
Yep.
Ilhan Omar is garbage.
Yep.
She's garbage.
I love it.
Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain.
Ain't 'em, bitch.
And from where they came from, they got nothing. You know, they came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it.
Exactly.
Go back
That
and
is
fix
the
it.
biggest point of all. If you want to come here, assimilate to our culture, or go back. It's not that
Go back,
hard.
that's right.
It's really not that
GTFO.
hard. Why don't you want to just make your country what you want it to be, instead of coming over here and trying to make our country yours?
Because they want our resources.
It's exactly, and that's what it is. Because they want to come over here.
This is a takeover.
They want
It's
to
an
come
invasion, Bird.
right? They want to come over here and complain about capitalism, but then use capitalism to make their money. Like, it's just pathetic, dude. I'm sick of this. Trump's 1,000% right on that.
No, absolutely.
You've had conversations
I
with...
did with Jensen,
Right, so
smart man.
in your conversations with him, have you kind of given a sense of where you are with export controls and the types
Sure.
of
No,
chips
he
that
knows
NVIDIA can
more.
get to China?
Sure, he knows very well. He's done an amazing job. NVIDIA, very good. Yeah.
Mr. President, when do
video.
you expect for phase 2 of the Gaza peace plan to be implemented? And do
Well,
you
it's
think-
going along well. You know, they had a problem today, I understand, with the bomb that went off and hurt some people pretty badly. Probably killed some people. That
I didn't hear about that. A bomb went off. Where at? In Gaza or Israel or?
That's a good question, man. I'm
I-
just hearing about that now from him.
I didn't hear about that.
Where did that happen again? Can we back that up a little bit and see where that happened?
It doesn't say on there, but let's see this.
Yeah, I guess we could look it up.
Bomb in, I don't know, Gaza? Okay, all Israeli kills Pakistan and Gaza. Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, so that's what she was asking about.
Okay,
Then.
Israeli kills Pakistan civilians in Gaza as it bombs Lebanon. So they bombed
Palestine.
Lebanon.
Okay, so they bombed Gaza and killed some Palestinians. Then
Oh, man.
is that what the claim is, or
Yeah, that's what they're
that's
saying.
what that's what she was asking the president about?
Yes. She was asking
Oh.
about the second part of the peace treaty.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
telling me it just happened, but it's going on very. We have peace in the Middle East. People don't realize it. We have tremendous support. 59 countries. There's tremendous support.
Yeah.
But phase 2 is moving along. Yeah, it's going to happen pretty soon.
Mr. President, did you speak with House Republican leadership about your decision to pardon Congressman Henry Cuellar? And are you concerned that you made a vulnerable Democrat perhaps less vulnerable with that decision?
It didn't matter. He's a respected person. He was treated very badly because he said that people should not be allowed to pour into our country. And he was right. He didn't like open borders. He was on the border. You know, he represents a very respected man. He represents the people on the border, and he saw what was happening. And as soon as he made that statement, I then said, I'll bet he gets indicted. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
You know, I put out my truth from that. Well, I did a truth. Wonderful truth. We love truth.
We love
But
truth.
what happened is he got indicted for speaking the truth. And his wife got indicted, Imelda. And that's sort of a first. Usually they leave the wives alone, right? Don't they, Congressman? Typically they indict somebody, put him in jail for the rest of his life, but the wife can just sit home and cry, or she'll find a new man. You know? A lot of times they find a new man that makes them much happier. In fact, a lot of times they like that man better than the one that...
That's looking hilarious.
King Troll.
Oh my God, dude, that was
He
funny.
is King Troll for real. He is King
Dude,
Troll.
he definitely. Yeah, he definitely is. They, you know, the Dems, they could have easily just left him alone when he came down that aisle or came down that escalator back in 2015. But they had to dedicate their careers and their lives to destroying him. Well,
They got what they wanted.
they got what they wanted, and it's coming back at them. And he is right about the Democrat that he's talking about, though. He was being honest, dude, and before you knew it, they were like, "You're out of here."
Really?
So,
Yeah. Crazy.
did they really give him life in prison, though?
I don't know.
It's in jail.
Mr. President, thank you. The mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, is saying that he's actually proud to have the largest Somali community in the country, and his police chief
Well, then he's a fool.
He's a liar.
well, his police chief is
Yeah, he's
also
a
saying
fool.
he
Be
might.
proud to have the largest Somalian. Look at their nation. Look how bad their nation is. It's not even a nation. It's just people walking around killing each other. Look, these Somalians have taken billions of dollars out of our country. They've taken billions and billions of dollars. They have a representative, Ilhan Omar, who they say married her brother. It's a fraud. She tries to deny it now, but you can't really deny it because, you know, it just happened. She shouldn't be allowed to be a congresswoman, and I'm sure people are looking at that.
She shouldn't even be allowed to be in this country after doing that.
I think she should be born in this country to run for any office whatsoever.
I do too.
She should not. She shouldn't be in the House of Representatives because people who are not born here should not be allowed to be running for any type of government. I'm sorry,
agree.
man.
I
I'm a
agree.
firm believer in that.
I 1000% agree.
Just like the presidency, that should be the same. Now, I know a lot of good Somalian guys that I work with, and some of those guys are hard workers. Some of them are. But I see a lot of them that live in our neighborhood, and most of them pretty much are not. So, again, I mean, it's just, it's one of those things, man. 4 out of 10.
No.
What can I say? It's
4
right there in the national statistic. 4 out of 10. And that 4 bad apples is enough to ruin it for the other 6, if you ask me.
Yep.
Be thrown the hell out of our country. And most of those people, they have destroyed Minnesota, okay? Minnesota, you have an incompetent governor. You have a crooked governor. He's crooked as hell, but
Idiot
he's
for a
incompetent.
Retarded.
Waltz is...
Definitely, dude, he's definitely a
should be
short
ashamed.
bus kid.
That beautiful land, that beautiful state, it's a hellhole right now. And the Somalians should be out of here. They've destroyed our country.
Yes.
And all they do is complain. You have her.
He's right about
She's
that.
always
They
talking
never
about
shut
the
the fuck up about
Constitution provides me with. Go back to your own country and figure out your Constitution.
Yeah,
All she does
it's
is complain
true.
about this country. And without this country,
Dude, like, I've been waiting for a president that's been willing to say this forever, dude. If you don't like the way that things are done in our country, leave.
Exactly. And another thing with Elon Omar, the fact that she's allowed to talk about her government the way she does here is a right that's given to her by being an American citizen. Because in Somalia, she wouldn't have the right to speak out against the government.
It's crazy,
she wouldn't have
dude.
a right
It's
to speak out
insane.
against. She wouldn't even have the right to speak out against her husband. They'd throw her off a fucking roof if she did.
I don't get it.
The hypocrisy is what gets me. It's the hypocrisy. The fucking dude. Glenn Beck used the term toxic empathy today. I can't think of another way it is to explain Americans, black, white, and Hispanic born Americans here, or American born. And it's as if they're all, and everybody's afraid of being, targeted as a racist or as an Islamophobe or whatever. Well, the truth be told, dude, they're using that against them, man. They make them feel guilty so that they won't say the truth.
Exactly. That's the point.
We got a president who's telling the truth.
Yep.
She would not
He's
be in
not
very
afraid
good
to
shape. She
call her.
probably wouldn't be
Not at
alive
all.
right now. So Somalia is considered by many to be the worst country on earth. I don't know. I haven't been there. I won't be there anytime soon. I hope. But what Somalia, what the Somalian people have done to Minnesota is not even believable. It's not even believable. And a lot of it starts with the governor. A lot of it starts with Barack Hussein Obama, because that's when
I said that
people
earlier.
started coming in. And you have to have people come in that are going to love our country, cherish our country. They want to
Wave
kiss
our
our country
flag.
goodnight. They talk about our country. We want them to pray for our country. This is not the people living in Minnesota. And she's a disaster. She should not be, and her friends shouldn't be allowed. Frankly, they shouldn't even be allowed to be congresspeople. Okay?
No,
they shouldn't
they're not
even be
born here.
allowed to be congresspeople because they don't represent the interests of our country.
He's right. And they weren't born here.
% agree with what he's saying, dude. Like,
Yeah.
come here and assimilate. Don't come here and make our country your country. Go. If that was the case, you
Exactly.
should have just stayed in your country. And if you guys don't believe what's going on, I mean, Nick Shirley, he goes on the streets and does these interviews for you. You can literally go to his channel. I'll link it in the description. And you could go watch the videos without watching us, and you could see for yourself that he goes and he does these street interviews with these people. He goes with the illegal immigrants outside selling the stuff in New York City. He does all the stuff. So if you're saying it's not happening, I'm saying, well, yes, it is.
You know what what I do appreciate the most about especially this video here with Nick Shirley is he went into the areas and spoke with the actual demographic of people that live in those areas. And so you got it basically firsthand from their community of what's going on.
Right. So,
Firsthand.
I mean, if you go,
Firsthand. That's not somebody else's opinion.
no, this is him literally showing you. I mean, I'm going to show you guys right now. You could see.
And
The rise
talking
of
to the people of the neighborhood, too.
Yeah, and this is him
You know?
literally just talking to people in the neighborhood, talking to the Muslims in the neighborhood and stuff. So this is like firsthand, you're seeing it raw.
Islam is real here in the United States. It's the fastest growing religion across America, and it's nearly doubled in size over the past 2 decades. Muslims aren't just outpacing the nation in birth rates, they're also out-converting Christians. Nearly a quarter of all U.S. Muslims are converts, and most of them used to be Christians. While Christian churches are losing members, mosques are gaining members
How did that
and
happen
keeping them.
in
And
the
today
United
I'm here in
States?
Minnesota, home to one of the largest Muslim populations in all.
That they can basically be the lords over their wives, and that they're, and that they can own slaves. It's a very aggressive religion. So these people are converting in hopes that one day they're going to be able to have the benefits of being Islam if you are over in the Middle East. That's why they want to, dude, they're not looking at us as they're people like you and I. They're trying to see our children and us as their slaves. This is their plan, dude. This is their plan. They want us to be their slaves, Bird. They do.
Crazy.
And or convert. And and women will have no place in politics when that finally happens. So all these little white liberal snowflake idiots who are going around waving their Palestinian flags and wearing their keffiyehs and whatever else it is, just happen to know that you're going to be the first ones that they either kill or enslave.
I'm not going to lie, the whole women in politics thing, I agree with that one. That's one thing I do agree with that religion.
Fair enough. They're voting that right in for themselves. So they found their useful idiots in the Democratic Socialists.
There you
To
go.
rise firsthand. I'll be speaking with Muslims, Christian Americans, all Americans, entering in the mosque, asking the questions you guys want answered, from 9/11 to Sharia law, everything in between. There are no questions that are off the table for this video. And now let's hit the streets and see what's happening. And to see the rise of Islam firsthand, we head to Cedar Riverside in Minneapolis to see how much the Islam community has grown inside of this community inside of America. And why do you think so many people are converting to Islam here? It's the #1 growing religion here in the United States.
Well, it's not only the growing, it's the fastest growing religion in the world. And no one can stop it. It looks like it is the best and the final religion to humanity. So if you don't accept it, that's up to you.
Islam is the #1 growing religion here in the United States.
Islam
why
is
do you
the
think that is so?
Antichrist.
Because of the great influx, number one, of the immigrants that we had.
While we were inside of Cedar Riverside, we actually met a lady who had left the Islam faith. So are you a Muslim woman or no?
I'm not. My parent was Muslim.
How come you left Islam?
Because they control me. They control my clothes, and it's not good.
Do you think women are suppressed?
See, right there.
Yes, of course, they breast. It's not. They don't want it, but we female, they're afraid to get killed, so that's why they wear.
Damn, that's crazy. Like they'll kill him for real.
She's being honest, dude. She's just telling, dude, everything I said, man. This
That's
is not a lie. There's no such thing as Islamophobia, dude. It's a fear of Islam takeover. It's not Islamophobia. That was a made-up word by the Muslim Brotherhood, by the way. And again, that's a credit to Glenn Beck because he brought that up. But that was a made-up word by them. They use that to make whites and non-believers feel guilty or be afraid of being called a racist. They use their empathy
crazy
against
though,
them.
right?
Well, here's what I say to their empathy right there. I have no empathy. There's your empathy. That's what you're getting from Double D. You're getting double fingered.
You know what's crazy? Whoa, D. Let's we're gonna phrase that. He meant double middle fingered, guys. Not like he's gonna double finger you.
Well, I think this made it obvious.
So you know, did you notice though that the lady's got her head covered?
Yes.
So she
probably won't talk to him.
No, not her. The lady that he's talking to, like she left the faith, but she still has her head covered.
Yeah,
but her face says it.
But me, I don't want clothes. You have to tell President Trump. You have to tell me a message. Females, they have this United States, they have freedom. They can wear whatever they wanted, but Islamic, they breast females.
So if you're a woman in Afghanistan and you don't wear the hijab,
they kill you. They don't want you if you don't wear hijab. Even me, I wear this because they don't want me to wear a pant. Yeah.
Really?
I'm afraid. Yeah, I'm afraid. That's why I wear this.
And why do you think Islam is the largest growing religion here in the United States right now?
Because of our Quran. Our Quran, our book never changes.
Literally changes 45,000 times between 26
It's one book.
Qurans.
Yeah.
10
what was that?
So, hold on.
One language.
So she's saying stuff. She's saying our book is all the same. It's all one book. But there's 26 Qurans with 45,000 differences between them. So then,
that's true. That is true. There are several. All kinds of interpretations.
So then
from
she says,
changes everything.
Then she says it's one book, but there's actually 10 recognized recitations of it.
Yeah.
So
you do. You understand
language?
that? Here, pause for a second. Islam, they lie on purpose.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull up that term for you. There's a name for the term. I'm going to pull it up for you, and I'm just going to tell you. It's actually in the second chapter of the Quran. See if I can. Yeah, here you go. It's called taqiyya. It's the Islamic concept referring to the practice of concealing one's faith to protect against danger or persecution. It literally translates to prudence or dissimulation, not assimilation, dissimulation, and has been used historically by Muslims to avoid harm from hostile environments or non-Muslims. While it originated mainly within the Shia tradition, it also accepted under certain conditions by Sunni Muslims and more significantly and historically, the Shia Muslims. Basically, it's a self-preservation, allowing a person to conceal their beliefs, convictions, or strategies to prevent accusations, to prevent physical harm, to
so
whatever
they can lie
it is.
about it. They can lie about
They're
it.
allowed to lie. According to the Quran, they are allowed to lie to us. It's called taqiyya. They're allowed to lie to us to protect the religion.
One language.
Well, you can't
So look
believe anything
It
they
says
say.
it says one language, but then right here he shows how many languages is the Quran written in. It says over 100 translations.
Over 100, yeah. Probably more.
So
honestly.
he just like fact checks.
One religion.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. There's two different religions, basically. There's Sunni.
Yeah, Shia and Sunni.
Yeah, so.
But they both
There's
use
Islam in
taqiyya.
all over the
They
world.
both use
You
it.
think Islam will eventually overtake Christianity here in the United States?
Worldwide, not just United States.
Dude, see
we have
what they
people
keep
converting
saying?
every day.
All of them say
And what
worldwide.
leads
They
a
know what
Christian
they're
man
doing.
to convert to Islam?
When they read the Quran and they find the truth, and they read it in English, and they see how peaceful Islam is.
It's not peaceful at all. I've read the Quran.
I will cast terror into the
That's
hearts
right.
of those who disbelieve. So strike them upon the necks and strike them from every fingertip.
That's right. The Quran that's verse 8.
Then kill the polytheists. What does that say?
And could you shake a man's hand?
Polytheists.
No.
That means
You find
people
that
believe in
interesting that
multi
women can't
gods.
shake other men's hands?
You got to remember
No,
at the
I don't
time.
find that interesting.
I don't want to interfere with her, but at the time that they were coming up with in 620 AD, when Muhammad had the dream, where the dream told him it was okay to have sex with 6 and 9-year-old girls and to have a harem of them if he wanted, that dream told him that was okay. It's, dude, this, I'm telling you, man, it's coming from a sick place. But polytheists basically are people who don't believe in one God. They believe it's like the Romans. And at the time, there were plenty of other religions like the Celts, the Picts, the Scots. They all were believed in Druidism and stuff like that. All of them could be captured and besieged, which means they could be enslaved.
Okay. Damn. Crazy, dude. Nuts.
Yeah.
And could you shake a
I'm
man's
glad Nick
hand?
Shirley's pointing all
No.
that
Do you
out.
find that interesting
She's
that
not allowed to
women
shake
can't
a man's
shake other
hand.
men's hand?
No,
No,
she's
I
not.
don't find that interesting. It's normal.
Is it true that Muslims also practice polygamy?
Yes.
Would you accept another wife into your marriage?
In our religion, it says.
What's it like being a Muslim here in the United States?
I'm not speaking
Yeah,
English.
it's real
I'm
beneficial
Somali
for
now.
men, dude. I can
What does
see
it
why
mean
a
to you
man
to
would
be a
want
part
to
of
be
Islam?
Muslim.
I don't know. I'm not speaking English.
How are you? Do any of you speak English? English? No. Can women speak to on camera? No. I kept going because I wanted to speak with some more of the elders here to see if they could share their story about coming here from Somalia and how they've seen the rise firsthand. However, none of them spoke English. How are you? Can I ask any of you guys some questions? No. Speak English?
Dude, none of them speak English. Like, why are you here?
They're lying. They speak English.
You think they speak
all
English?
of them? No.
You think they
Dude, I work with Somalians. Most of them know just enough English to get by. They're lying. They don't want to be interviewed because they know that their husbands can beat them and stuff. And they're not going to call the
well, I
cops.
did see he told one that you're not really allowed to. Yeah, so I can understand that.
I mean, they have a fear of something.
Crazy, dude.
No.
No? Do any of you speak English? I then found someone who I could speak with and ask the controversial questions. And what do you say about what happened on 9/11, or those when people say Allah Akbar or things like that?
I thought it's tragedy.
Would you say that's a misrepresentation of the true Islam, or do you think?
It definitely is misrepresentation. True Islam doesn't believe in violence.
After a few interviews, somebody came up to us angry.
I mean, what he just showed from the Quran, actually.
Yeah, the
verses from
Quran
it
definitely
said otherwise. It seemed like.
The Quran definitely justifies killing non-believers or enslaving.
See, I'm not very hip to it. I never read it much.
Well, here's the thing. When I was in college, I had to take religious studies for three quarters or 2 semesters. In this case, it was 3 quarters. That's unimportant. What's important is I took the class and I took a comparative religious course that compared Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and Hindu. So I learned a lot from that. And one of the requirements is we had to read the first. We had to basically read the Quran, which is an easier read, by the way, than the Bible in English, because there's a lot less to it in comparison.
Right.
It's pretty violent. I mean, there's some violence in there. And it's justified to treat the rest of the world any way they want to treat them. And how is that not appealing to somebody? If somebody said, hey, you convert to Islam, we take over this country, you can enslave whoever you want.
Yeah, they're yours.
Dude, it's funny how it became political and financial, isn't it?
Nuts, dude. Insane.
They're basically saying you're allowed to, they're basically saying that it's okay to own other people as long as they're non-believers.
Because you're asking people about the rise of Islam inside this community. My name is Nick Shirley.
What are you doing?
My name is Nick Shirley. I'm a YouTuber. We're doing a video on the rise of Islam here in the United States.
The rise of Islam.
Yeah, it's the #1 converting religion.
Rise of Islam.
Yeah.
Make it make sense for me.
This guy wouldn't show his face on.
How doesn't that make sense? He's literally just told you it's like the #1 converted religion in America right now.
He has to deny it. He has to deny it. Again, Takia.
Yeah.
Right camera back. And this conversation kept going for a few minutes, and he demanded that we deleted the footage of the interviews that we took here on the street. I said no, and he said, you better go, and we're going to make sure you leave. From Minneapolis, we went to a town named St. Cloud that's seen a dramatic shift in their demographic, and as well
Nick Shirley said, all right, I'm out.
As religion in the area. Inside of this town, St. Cloud, this is one of the many Islamic centers here. This is a mosque here, but something that's super interesting about this mosque right here, it actually used to be a Lutheran church. You can see right here on the backdrop of this wall right here.
Yeah, you could definitely tell this used to be like a Lutheran church.
Yeah, but you can also tell by the building structure too. It's not a mosque. Mosques always have those, those ancient whatever they call those little bubble tops. I don't know, whatever they call them.
Yeah, they
domes.
Have a look to them. I know what you're talking about. Like the domes.
The bubble dome. The bubble domes. Yeah.
Used to be a Lutheran church, so that just shows how much of the population has shifted from Christian to Muslim. So right here is the St. Cloud University, and we were just at that mosque right there. And then if you go another block over, there's another mosque. And then what's interesting is right next to this mosque right here, there's a Presbyterian church. So you have two churches right next to each other, one worshiping Allah and the other worshiping God. Do you see more people here converting to Islam or to Christianity?
Just anecdotally, I'd say that Islam's on the rise here.
That's insane, and this is a Christian woman telling you this. So you know what I mean? Like, she realizes it, like, that it really is rising in their city, and probably statewide, to be honest.
Yeah.
I do know Christianity, including our denomination here in St. Cloud, is not growing. It's actually declining.
Do you see any conflicts with Islam and Christianity?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you think Islam and Christianity can coincide here inside of this town?
No,
I think
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
They get the majority. Like, there's more people that practice Islam. I think that it will take a different form. I think up until that point we can coexist. But history's shown that when the Muslim community gets majority in areas, they tend to behave differently. So I challenge you to go and look at the growth of the Somali refugee population, because they're the ones that really put a demand on the desire for Islam. Was Minnesota took a lot of Somali refugees, and many of them were placed here in St. Cloud.
After speaking with the lady from the Presbyterian Church, I headed over to one of the mosques to try and speak with some of the people inside.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama!
And Kamala Harris was planning on continuing that.
Oh, dude, if she would have got elected, we would have been so freaking screwed beyond repair. Like, whatever's going on with Israel or anything, nobody would even have known about that, because all the terrible shit that would have been going on here, dude.
Oh, dude, they would have been. Oh, dude, all we'd hear about is how the Palestinians are being tortured, despite the fact that some of the accounts from some of those Jewish kids who were taken hostage, there's some pretty intense, gross, disgusting, despicable acts. I'm sorry, man. I am not a fan. I am not a fan of the community. Honestly, they're not going to. They don't want to assimilate. They're not going to assimilate. We're wasting our time and our breath trying. This is the fault of the Democrat Party, by the way. I got to make sure I reiterate that fact, that your Democratic Party, whoever voted for the Democrat leadership here and over in Europe, they're dealing with it even worse than we are. You understand that, right?
Yeah,
Ireland right now is on the verge of civil war, and they're literally talking about unaliving their own politicians and leadership. And, you know, I mean, it's hard to not understand it. I'll say that.
It's crazy.
No. How are you?
Good.
Good. How would you describe the rise of Islam here inside of Minnesota, or inside of St. Cloud?
We have talked to. It's coming.
And are you from Somalia?
Yes.
And what year did you come here?
Come here in 1992.
And how long have you lived here for?
8 years.
8 years. And where are you from?
Somalia, Mogadishu.
And why are a lot of Somalians choosing to come here to Minnesota?
Different reasons, family, wages, a lot of different reasons.
All right, so I'm leaving the building right now. Try my best to speak to the people inside. A lot of them didn't really speak English.
No, they're coming there to have as large of a population as they can in that one city. That's what that is.
Yeah. Well, they're going. I mean, dude, they're going. In 10 years from now, I mean, even with removing all the people that they're removing right now and deporting, it isn't gonna. It's gonna slow it down, but it ain't gonna stop it.
No.
Other mosques, because now it is the time for prayer. So we're gonna head over to another one, see if we can talk to some more people as well.
And we're about to go into prayer right now. You can come in, take your shoes off. I can grab you a chair to sit in.
Okay.
You can record us.
How many people are you seeing, for instance?
Yeah,
like,
I don't
how
think
many
I
white
could do
American...
that. I mean, I understand why Nick's doing that, but I couldn't.
I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, no, respectfully, I'll videotape you guys doing it, and I don't want to.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's. Yeah, I couldn't. I'm not going to do it. I don't bow for no man.
No.
Boys like me, are you seeing convert to Islam?
So I'm a close friend of one of them. I wish he was here today so he could talk to you. Originally, he's Irish. His family had lived in Minnesota for the past, I would say, 70 years. His great-grandparents came early on during the early 1900s, and he recently accepted Islam, I would say, 2 years ago. And when I was talking to him, he accepted Islam through reading the Quranic literature, you know?
So what's the difference between you and somebody who's been radicalized?
Well, the difference between me and someone who's been radicalized is this. Most people who have been radicalized for a political gain, not for a theological gain. Allah says in the Quran.
Can we pause for a second? I want to commend this guy a little bit because he, you know, there are parts of the Bible, Bird, that are violent too. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
For sure. I know about all that. Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
David and Goliath. You know, David slayed Goliath.
Yeah. And humanity has, you know, over the course of time evolved. Well, we've evolved more into a technologically violent society, I guess. But, you know, but anyway, this guy here, I mean, I like how he's pointing out the difference. He's pointing out what I said earlier, though, and I caught this. He said political gain.
Yeah.
They're doing what they're doing for political gain. Yeah. He's doing what he's doing for theological gain.
Yeah.
Which means he's trying to get more converts and worshipers.
Yeah.
And you know what? Hey, have at it, buddy. But the moment it starts by force, then we're going to be bringing out the guns. That's all I can say. The big guns come out when the force comes in.
Which means Allah does not prohibit you from those that don't fight you, don't expel you from your homes, to be kind to them. Allah is not prohibiting you from doing that. In fact, Allah loves those that are kind to them.
So why does the word radicalized come up, for instance, like the death to America, that sort of stuff? Where does that come from? Because that's a lot of stuff that maybe I see on the news, or maybe I see because I'm living here in the United States, and that's kind of the news you get, is like the Islam's taking over, and they're going to want to make sure that Sharia law is brought to pass and that everybody converts to Islam.
Well, there's this misconception about Sharia law. Everybody sees Sharia law as this law that puts everybody that's not a Muslim under this radical military rule that you either comply with what the government says, or you're punished. No, Sharia law is really simple. A big part of Sharia law is this. The Prophet, may peace be and blessings be upon him, said, it is not befitting for you to go to sleep with your belly full with food while your neighbor is hungry. Sharia Allah doesn't.
so long
is not
as
a
your neighbor
political
is Islam, so long as they're Muslim, if your neighbor is not Muslim, you're allowed to enslave him. He isn't going to tell you that part, though.
Yeah, that's insane.
Specifically, funny to me is the right-wing media and the radical Islamists, as I put it, both view the Quran in the same way. They both view the Quran as some war-fighting material that the Islamists use to, prove their point, and the radical whites.
No, it's called to convert. Again, liars.
He said the radical
Freaking
white.
liars.
You hear what he said now? Listen, listen. Listen to what he said.
And the radical whites use.
He said the radical whites. That's what he really wanted to say, but he meant to say the radical right. But he said the radical whites.
Oh yeah, he sure did. We're not radical, dude. We're not radical. Sorry, got news for you, Mr. Mogadishu. We're not radical.
The radical right.
Mogadishu is the capital city of Somalia, by the
When
way.
people talk about the takeover of Islam, or for instance, they talk about how the Somalians are taking over Minnesota, and they believe it's part of Sharia law. Is that true or not true?
Yes,
what
that's
Sharia
very
law
true.
says.
Well,
He's gonna lie.
No part of Sharia law says go into a land, subjugate its people,
Bullshit.
do this, do that. Going out, when the Prophet would send missionaries to Christian nations, he didn't tell them
Missionaries,
to,
my ass.
go
They're
there,
called soldiers.
yell at them, yada yada yada, do this. No, he said, be like them, dress like them.
Those
to them,
do not
help them,
look like
introduce them
missionaries
Islam
to me.
gradually.
Does that look like a
I'm not just gonna go
missionary
in
to
there and
you?
say, hey, this is Islam, take it. If you don't, I'm gonna do something to you. No, it's a gradual thing.
It is what it is, man.
That doesn't seem very gradual to me.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, bro.
Liars. They're liars. They're liars.
I keep telling people.
See, they conceal what they're going to do. They don't want you to know the truth. They want most people to submit to Islam through conversion.
Yeah.
But those who don't will be murdered. And they found their useless idiots in the Democratic Socialists.
Yep.
Mom Donnie, how much you want to bet Mom Donnie's not as much of a socialist as we think he is?
No, he's probably not.
I have a feeling he's going to be more of a despot.
Yeah.
If given the opportunity.
You might be right.
So I'm just saying,
you might be right.
Something about something about his demeanor, man.
Yeah, he's
I think he's using the socialism to get his foot in the door.
Yeah,
he knew again. He's doing what they did in Iran.
Yeah.
Useful idiots in the socialist Democrats.
Right. So Nick Shirley, he went out on the streets there again and talked to the people over there some more. Like, I don't know how much more you need to see of it. Like, that they're literally trying to convert their country into our country into their country.
I think it's clear and obvious. I think Nick was right there. And dude, I've been saying it all along. So, and I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people who have been saying this for 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
All I know is my entire life, all right, since I have been born. And, and I'm 20 years older than you, Bird, or almost 20 years older than you. So since I was born, basically, I have seen nothing but aggression on behalf of the political faction of the Islam. Now, I know Muslims who are good people, faithful people to their religion, and are good neighbors, all right?
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to lump them all into the same category, but I'm going to say at least the 42% are not beneficial to being here. It just is what it is.
It's true.
And the Afghans, 47% of the Afghan refugees that we're bringing over to this country right now, 47% on government assistance. That is almost half. And they frickin' hate us. We're not only bringing the enemy over to our country, we're feeding that enemy too while starving Americans.
Yep.
Minnesota is home to one of the largest populations of Somalians, and America accepted thousands of Somalis refugees in the 1990s due to the civil war that was taking place, and when they came to the United States, a large portion of them decided to settle in Minnesota for some reason, and now that decades have passed, those refugees have had children, and the Somali population has grown. This also raises the number of members of Islam born into the United States, and also expands the influence of Islam throughout the country. It's projected that Minneapolis is now home to over 200,000 Somalians, and now many of those Somalians are also part of the government, like Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, and now they also have another new person running for mayor of Minneapolis.
Look at this
who's
inbred
also
son of a bitch. Look at him, dude. Seriously, this guy's going to be mayor? Really? They're going to give the mayor's mansion to this guy.
I can't.
Unbelievable. Well, I mean, honestly, he's going to win it fair and he won it fair and square anyway.
No,
so.
he lost.
He did. Oh, he did.
Yeah,
I thought he won.
No, the other guy won.
Oh, well, that sounds. What was that other guy? Islam too?
No, I don't think so. I think it was some white guy.
Oh, that was the Frey guy, right? Yeah. Michael Frey or some shit. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. The bleeding heart liberal who, as he puts it, we love our Somalian community.
Yeah,
that's what he said yesterday on the news.
So
I believe him about as much
Muslim.
as I could throw us at a lass across the street. You know, it's. Yeah, it's just the whole thing is just a big, huge lie.
Yeah.
And Minneapolis is also one of the only cities in America that permits the Muslim call of prayer to be played out loud for all the public to hear.
We're going to get radical, hardened, militant Islamists to come into America.
I think Islam hates us.
Inside of this grocery store, it's actually not just like a normal grocery store.
They do. They hate America, they hate the West, and they hate us.
There's actually a bunch of other stores inside of the grocery store. So right here you have one store, right here you have another store, and then right here you have another store, then up here you have another store. And
the bottom line is they're controlling the economy, they're controlling the politics, and now they're controlling the cultural norm with their religion. That's called a takeover. That's called an invasion. This is not assimilation. This is not them contributing to America and trying to be part of our country. I'm tired of hearing that because it's bullshit. We all know it. They know it too. Like I said,
I want to see that again.
There's a lot of they're taking over in Minneapolis, and you know what? They can have it.
Yeah,
they can have it. They can have Minneapolis.
I want to see this again, though. I want to see these stores again. This is insane.
There's actually a bunch of other stores inside of the grocery store. So right here you have one store, right here you have another store, and then right here you have another store, then up here you have another store. In total, inside of this section of the grocery store, there are 6 separate stores. How's life here as a Somali?
Life is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet that's probably easy for the IRS to decipher the Quran.
That's the way I do.
They're not even paying it.
Good.
And how have you seen the rise of Somalians and the rise of Islam here inside of Minnesota?
As well, the rise is good and we have a place to pray. And
this is insane, dude. This is a store within a store within another store.
Yeah, and he's probably got an EBT card, dude.
Oh man, this is crazy. I'm just trying to see what
he's got.
This looks like cologne. Yeah. This looks like mostly a cologne store. Like a lot of cologne there.
Probably all cheap bakes from like the same thing they sell in Chinatown.
Oh no, look. We got shirts. We got a lot of dress shirts right here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Shirts too.
Yeah.
Again, cheap Chinatown shit.
Crazy.
And they're just basically a big bazaar, and this is what they do. They come over here and set up shop, and that's all fine and dandy, but they're collecting from the system, and I doubt they're putting anything back.
Yeah.
Life is good.
How long have you lived here in America for?
For 10 years now.
And when you came here, did the government bring you here, or did you come here by your own choice?
I came here by my own choice. I was one of the refugees from Uganda. I was brought by UN.
You were brought by the UN to come into the United States?
Yes. And life is good, We try to enter into
You're brought in by the UN. In other words, a globalist brought him here. That's what he's trying to say. He was brought here by the neo-globalists over in Europe.
Crazy, dude. This is insane.
That's why I can't feel sorry for the Europeans either, dude. I don't care. You're going to lose your continent. Not my problem. NMP, motherfuckers. I don't care. I don't care. Not my problem.
Yeah, we do what is required. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much and best of luck. How have you seen the rise of Islam here in this area?
It's a big rise.
And why do you think Islam is on the rise here in the United States?
Because of a lot of Somalians come here from East Africa, and so they come here to practice Islam, because it's safe.
And right now, if you listen super closely, you can hear the call to prayer.
Yep, there it is. That's what it is.
Do you think traditional Western values are falling while Eastern values are rising?
I'd be like, yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm not dealing with that. I am not dealing with that shit. You know, I heard they blow that horn at like 4 a.m. and shit.
Dude, it's like 5 times a day, I think. 5 or 6 times a day.
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know. I would say
I guess it just depends on what you mean.
Traditional values that brought up the
Those
Western
are
world,
future
like Christian
slaves.
values.
Right
Would you say those are on the decline
Yeah.
while Eastern values are on the uprise here?
I guess there's a lot of different interpretations of what Christian values are, so you'd have to be a little more specific.
Yep, she's definitely going to be one.
Yeah, but like people interpret the Bible in different ways, right? So like
the generic
Well, then
teachings,
read it,
like the Ten
asshole.
Commandments.
You'll know how to
Right.
interpret it yourself.
Right.
It's not rocket science. If you want to be able to interpret the Bible and not rely on somebody else, pick up the scriptures and read them. That's how you do it. That's how
true.
you do it.
That's very
You
true.
pick them up and you read them, and then you can interpret them. This idiot right here is going to blame Christianity, yet she knows absolutely nothing about it other than people interpret it differently. Well, you know what? Read the frickin' Bible, and I'm not gonna. You notice I refrained from using the F word there. Read the Bible, learn the scriptures, and you don't need anybody to interpret it for you.
I don't know. I think it just
That's what
depends.
separates
Do you guys think
us
St.
from
Cloud has
the
been taken
Islam.
over by
though.
Somalis?
They're reading their Quran.
Yeah.
Our people are not reading their
We're on
Christian
YouTube?
Bible.
I'll bet.
Hey, YouTube.
And how do you guys feel about the Somali takeover?
Get out!
I don't know.
Get out.
You don't want them here?
I mean, we can't.
I mean, I'm fine with them. It's just that, like, it's like overpopulating.
Do you feel like they're going to eventually overpopulate the Americans here?
Yeah, they definitely will.
And did you guys vote for them to come here? As far as like, did you guys have to pass any legislation in order to receive them?
No. Nope.
In your personal opinion, what's the biggest?
They just drop these people in other people's city, and they have no say-so on what's going on. It's just nuts,
Dude,
dude.
remember with the Haitians?
Yeah.
They did the same thing with the Haitians, dude. They brought them in, they brought their flights in the middle of the night. They brought their buses in the middle of the night. They had non-tagged van drivers driving them around to different jobs. Dude, I'm telling you, the Democrats and the globalists, this is all part of the big plan, dude. And it's going to backfire on everyone. It's going to backfire on everyone.
Being here inside of you guys' city.
Driving. It's always a car crash for no reason. As you can see,
that's crazy.
All around here.
Robbing people.
Yeah, listen to that. They're saying that's a little kid telling you that the Somalians are robbing people.
Yeah, I heard him say that.
Pirates.
I heard him say that. Yeah,
pirates.
And the correlation between the Somalis and the correlation between the Somalis and Muslims, are the majority of them all Muslims?
Yeah, I would say so.
I'd say 50-50.
And what's your guys' take on the Islam here?
I don't really know, to be honest.
Religion.
Yeah. And 10 years from now, do you think you guys will be the minority here in your own city?
No. Nope. It'd be Somalians.
So 10 years from now, do you guys think the Somalis will be the majority here?
Yeah, definitely.
That's crazy.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.
What's you guys' channel then?
Nick Shirley.
It's pretty deep in it. It's a lot of people, right? It's pretty big. They all they're pretty like.
That's crazy. That kid kind of knew his stuff a little bit, though. He was like,
yeah, he sure did.
People. You could tell. it's good. It's good to as a kid to be aware like that. You know what I mean? Like if it'll make you at least be, just a little bit aware of your surroundings more.
Yeah, I mean he obviously keeps his eyes open and pays attention.
Yes,
so.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
They come together, right?
Would you say there's more Muslims than there are Christians here in this area?
I would say so. I would think so. Yeah, I would say so. Yes, sir.
And how do you feel about the rise of Islam here in the United States?
I don't really know too much personally. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I don't know too much about Islam. I'm all for like what anybody wants to be with their religion and what they want to do, but I don't know too much about it. I just know it's real powerful here in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. And why do you think it's so powerful here in Minnesota?
That's a good question. But I think don't they have like powerful people like in the government and stuff like that? They got something going on. Like
no, they only got like Elian Omar. That bitch ain't powerful. That bitch is a retard.
Yeah. But he's right though. They do have like from their perspective where they're at.
Yeah, they
see all the Somalians getting the jobs in politics, getting elected and stuff like that. Now the Michael Frey is a little different. The socialists actually beat out the Muslim in that one, but honestly, they're all on the same team right now until they're not.
Yeah.
They must have something here for them to come to, if that makes sense. Like there's something for them to be like. There might be more of them than black people. So
how do you feel about that?
I mean, something is bringing them here. Something is bringing them here. I feel like. And all that, I thought he was Islam, but I don't know. I feel like something is just bringing them here. Like it must be something here that they love. So I think. Don't they have like a schooling or a church or something? They got something where they all dress up and they're attending something. You know what I mean? They have events for them. There's obviously something going on where they have, an event going on or something. Some type of fun or family or something where they can let their family celebrate. Like, it's got to be.
Are you guys seeing more people convert to Christianity or Islam here inside of St. Cloud?
Inside of St. Cloud? I mean, I see like a couple people converting Islam, yeah.
How do you like living here?
Yeah, it's super nice. It's like home.
How do you look here?
It's nice. It's like home. Go back home. The fuck?
Yeah.
Go back home. Open your little fucking shit store in the back of another store at home. We don't want it to be like home. We want it to be like here. That's what you're not understanding. Go home.
Oh, they understand clearly. They don't care because that was again. It's too late. America waited. We didn't wait as long as the Europeans did, but we certainly brought in enough at this point that we either have to find a way to assimilate or there's going to be war. I mean, that's all there is to it, and it's going to be them declaring war on the infidel. They already have. They've already done it. They've already done it.
Like 4 years right now.
4 years, and where are you from?
From Somalia.
Somalia. Yeah. And how come this town here in Minnesota, how come this has been like the chosen spot for Somalians to move to?
They are the chosen spot.
I don't have any idea about it, but people are living here, enjoying, so I just found myself here.
How'd you get here? And do you have a lot of family that lives here in this town?
Yeah, we have a lot of families.
How many family members do you have?
Which TV are you from?
My name's Nick Shirley. I'm a YouTuber.
Oh, yeah, YouTuber.
And how many people are in your family living here inside of this town?
No, I can't count them.
You can't count them? There's that many?
Yeah, money.
How many people do you think are in your family here?
I can't give you exact number, but yeah, there's too many.
Like 20, 30?
More than that.
More than that?
Yeah.
How big's your family? Like 50 people?
50, yeah.
50 people here. Wow. Thank you very much.
Insane.
How are you? How are you doing, sir?
There you go.
Good,
I
good.
think that
You
says
think
it right there.
Muslims, the Somalians are...
Right. I mean, like, dude, they're trying to take over. They're literally taking over Minnesota. Then they'll try and come to another city and start doing that and then take over the whole state. And
right.
It's not happening, dude.
They're
it's
trying to create their own version of their country here. And you know what? If Minnesota wants to give their state away to them, by all means.
I agree.
I mean,
take it, keep it.
They want to do it. So you know what? I'd rather they go to Minnesota. You know, you guys want to take them in? Take them in.
Let
them go there.
Yeah, let them keep
have
it.
your own little world within the world. But the moment it intrudes on my first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th Amendment, we're gonna have some issues. And that's really all I got to say on the issue. The moment their religion and their Sharia law interferes with my Constitution, then we have a problem.
Yep. And on that note, I think we're going to end it, Double D.
I think that probably would be a good one to do it on. Dude, we heard it. We're hearing it right from the horse's mouths, man. Yep. They're telling us what they're doing. They're telling us what they are doing. And our leaders, our local leaders, obviously our federal leaders are paying attention finally, but our local leaders are not.
Exactly. Well, everybody, we really do appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out with us tonight. First off, I want to thank God, because without him, none of this is possible. I'd like to thank my friends and family, thank the audience, thank Double D. Double D, it's off to you.
As always, Bird, thank you for making this show happen every week. Audience, thank you for sticking around when you do. And most importantly, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, not Muhammad and his Father in heaven, and not Allah. And with that, y'all have a good night.
All right, everybody,
Peace.
have a good one. Peace.